If you're a real estate agent and you're not using these 11 apps that I'm about to show you, you're not only having inefficiencies in your business, but you're also wasting a ton of time and money. What's up, guys? It's Mike Shard. Welcome back to another episode. And today, my goal is to share with you 11 apps that are going to completely change your business in terms of inefficiencies, in terms of saving money, saving time, in order to allow you to increase your income. Because when you save time and you reinvest that time back into income producing activities, inevitably your income goes up so long as you are reinvesting it into income producing activities. Now, before we get started, I do want to mention that I've reached out to a number of the companies and I've actually got discounts for some of them. So check the description where I've got links for every single one of these where you can either download the app for free, you've got some sort of discount or promotion, or you can just use it at your own discretion. So without further ado, let's get straight into the value. Number one is Canva. Now, a lot of you have probably heard about this, but Canva is one of the best tools in order to edit things very simply. So if you're doing a just listed photo, taking a beautifully professionally taken photo of the property and doing a nice banner on it in order to say just listed or just sold. And what this helps you do is it actually helps increase your conversion when you post it on social media or when you actually run it as a Facebook ad. Canva is also absolutely incredible for creating brochures, door hangers, flyers, website material, anything that you need. Canva can do it. And I recommend checking out the link in the description where I do have a promo for the pro version where you unlock all of the various features, which will help you create professional looking content for very cheap. So Canva is one of the best tools on the design section. Now let's get into productivity. So the next one, number two, is Evernote. So as you guys all know, as agents, we're running around like a chicken with our head cut off. We've got ideas, we've got things that we have to do, to-do list, everything that we need to write down. And Evernote is the best place to write it down, to keep all your notes in a very searchable, easy, clean, concise location in order to stay on track of what you need to do so that you don't forget things. Because I know I've got ideas popping into my head all the time. I've got notes that leads have said to me that I need to follow up with. And oftentimes I lose track of that because, again, you're running at 100 miles an hour. So Evernote will help make sure that you've got all of your notes in a very well organized area. Now, number three is actually piggyback off of Evernote, which is then taking your notes from Evernote and putting it into a tracking software. So for me, in order to stay productive, you have to have everything well organized. And this is where a lot of realtors fail, is that they've got everything that they need to do, this big batch of to-do lists, but they don't have it broken down and tracked date by date. So for me, what I like to use is ClickUp, but alternatives to ClickUp are Asana as well as Monday. So all three of these platforms, ClickUp, Asana, and Monday, are absolutely incredible for tracking everything on your schedule. So for me, every time I want to put out content, I've got the next 3 months of content mapped out on ClickUp, showing exact dates of when I need to record the content, exact dates of when I need to publish the content, all of my social media posts, all of my to-do list for listings, everything that I want to launch in terms of new products, new programs, everything's mapped out so that you can stay on track with it. As an agent, you need to make sure that you're tracking absolutely everything, because if it's not tracked and it's not measurable, you're going to have a hard time increasing your income going into the new year because of the fact that you don't know where your inefficiencies are. So you need a tracking software for your to-do list, like the three that I mentioned, and those are going to take your notes from Evernote, and then they're going to be able to help make sure that you stay hyper organized to make sure that you're being extraordinarily productive every single day. Now, number four is Calendly. So Calendly is a great tool because one of the biggest inefficiencies I see realtors doing is they say, oh, when do you have time to meet up? And then the person will come back and say, is this time available? And then you'll say, no, it's not, this time is. And then they'll say, oh, shoot, I missed it. Can you do this time? You need to have a Calendly link that you can just send people, include in your e-signature, include in your LinkedIn profile, so that whenever somebody wants to book a meeting with you, it's very easy for them to do so. They can click on the link, book a time, and that way it gets automatically sent to your Google Calendar or your Apple Calendar, whatever calendars you're using. It gets the Zoom link auto-populated in there so that if you're doing a Zoom call like I have most of my calls on, it's automatically pre-populated. You can have a list of questions to make sure that they're mandatory required to answer those questions, so that way you're well prepared for the meeting, which I do for all of my Calendly events. So that way not only can people efficiently use my schedule and I can time block as well for my own activities, but also I can get information that's key to having a productive conversation by requiring the person to answer very specific questions ahead of time. So Calendly is a must-have, and you can actually customize it to make it look pretty beautiful as well. Number 5 is vidIQ. So if you start to do YouTube, vidIQ is my most recommended tool that you can use in order to make sure that your YouTube videos rank in number 1. If you haven't checked out my free masterclass, I talk about YouTube and how thousands of agents have now gone through the program and they've been able to rank their videos number 1 on YouTube, attracting clients at scale. The number 1 way that you can make sure that happens is by using vidIQ, and I do have a discounted promotion in the description below for vidIQ, and this is exactly where you can not only see how your tags and titles and descriptions are going to rank, but also it gives you all of the recommendeds for the highest ranking ones, and it gives you the ability to actually steal the tags from the highest ranking videos currently ranking number 1, so that you don't even have to do anything. You just copy what they have, paste it, change a couple things to make it better, and boom, you're able to steal that number 1 spot. So if you're on YouTube, vidIQ is an absolute must-have in order to take your business to the next level. Number 6 is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is another incredible tool. Now, a lot of real estate agents think ClickFunnels is just for people doing online product sales or physical products or e-commerce or anything like that, but it's really not. One of the best things you can do in order to increase your lead conversion with Facebook ads is to have a custom built ClickFunnels landing page, because what happens with Facebook is that when you use the natively built lead forms, sometimes it can pre-populate the information with information that might be slightly out of date, but it usually does a pretty good job. The only thing is that it's really not branded. It's branded towards Facebook, so it doesn't provide that much of a unique experience, if you will, for the customers. However, if you want to kick it up a notch and you want to not only have a better, stronger, more top of mind awareness brand, but also you want to convert at a higher rate, having a landing page and a sequence on ClickFunnels is going to make sure that you've got the best opportunity to convert at the highest rate, and it automatically pulls their information that they use on a daily basis because it's synced to their computers or their phones. So ClickFunnels is definitely one of my most recommended tools. It's helped me take my business to a level that I never even thought would have been possible. And again, similar to vidIQ, if you look at the link in the description, I also have a custom link for ClickFunnels if you want to give it a shot, because this, if you properly understand how to use it, can completely change not just your business, but actually your life. Number 7 is Lightroom. So Lightroom is an app that I use on my mobile phone, my iPhone, and this is one just for editing photos. And if you're becoming more active on Instagram and you're using social media more, like most of you hopefully are, Lightroom is a great tool because it helps make any photo just simply look better. You can adjust the saturation, the contrast. It's very easy to use. And I use Lightroom for all of my photos so that my Instagram photos, even if I just take it with my iPhone and maybe it doesn't have the right colors or maybe it doesn't pop, it makes it look professional. Similarly with photo properties, let's say that the lighting wasn't that great, or let's say your photographer, slipped up on a couple of the exterior, interior photos, Lightroom will really help make sure that your photo looks top notch and professionally done, so that way when you post it on social media, it's gonna look a cut above the rest. Number 8 is InShot. So what is InShot? InShot is a mobile app that again I use on my iPhone, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to put the text bars above and below your videos. I'll put an example over my screen here that will show you some of the examples of my Instagram videos that you can see on my profile if you go follow me at Mike_Sherrard. And what this does is it allows you to put text bars above and below, which makes your videos that much more engaging. It has a higher click-through rate so more people watch it, and it just makes your profile again look a cut above, where you've got something that's branded, it has value, and more people are likely to watch those videos because they're very enticed by the information that you're able to put above and below compared to just a standard blank video. Number 9 is Buffer. Buffer is a great way to actually schedule your posts. So I personally schedule all my social media posts myself. I've gotten to the point where, as sad as it is to say, I actually enjoy posting my social media content, but for a lot of real estate agents, they just want to have it pre-scheduled, pre-populated, and take an hour a week and schedule it all and set it and forget it. Allow your posts to come out on time. Don't have to worry about posting every day, because for a lot of people that haven't got to the point where I am, where they actually enjoy it, it can become quite taxing, time consuming, and frustrating to feel like every single day you have to pop on Instagram, pop on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all of these platforms in order to get your post out. Whereas if you use something like Buffer and you can pre-populate those post. You can make it very efficient to make sure that you're consistent with your content, but you're constantly delivering and you don't forget to post because it's already done for you. So I highly recommend, if you're struggling to be consistent on social media, batch your photos, batch your videos, toss it into Buffer, and away you go. Number 10 is one that likely none of you have heard before, and that's Hotjar. So Hotjar is a free tool that I use for a lot of my websites, and what it does is it actually shows you hot spots on your website that people are spending more time looking at, and how long they're looking at it, and where they're engaging most. And what this allows you to do as a real estate agent is, whether you're using a custom landing page through ClickFunnels for your Facebook ads, or whether you're using some sort of property website, single property website for a new listing, a luxury property, or anything like that, Hotjar will actually show you on your website where people are spending more time and where people are spending less time. So if you start to recognize that people are spending more time in certain locations and they're avoiding certain things, maybe they're not getting to the bottom of your website where you've got key information that they need to see, you can move it up. So you've got the statistics that actually shows how people are interacting with your sites and your landing pages. So that way you can make very critical adjustments based on data and facts, not just assumptions, to make sure that you can enhance your content to convert at a higher rate. And that means attracting more clients as well. 11th and finally is Zapier. If you're not using Zapier, you've got a massive source of inefficiency in your business. So what Zapier allows you to do is it allows you to interconnect basically all of your apps. So for example, if you're running Facebook ads, your Facebook ad can get automatically sent to your email, and then you get a notification, and then also it can automatically pre-populate in your CRM or in Google Sheets, so that you can track the leads and you can make sure that you get all of your follow-up sequences dialed in. So that way, when a lead comes in, it goes to your email, they get a drip sequence, it goes to your CRM, and everything's all interconnected, but it works with every platform that you could basically ever imagine. So if you want to have efficiencies dialed in, where instead of doing things manually, it's fully automated, which is what you need to do in order to scale to, 100,000 a year, all the way up to 500 to $1 million a year. If you want to scale your business, you need systems and processes, and that's exactly what Zapier allows you to create. So if you're not using it, you have to go get that today and start to create better processes that are automated, which will save you time from having to do it manually. So those are the top 11 apps that I use on a daily basis, and if you're not using them, I strongly urge you to check them out, as well as the link in the description, to make sure that you've got the right access to each and every one of them. If you've got any apps that you like to use, just drop a comment below. I'd love to know if there's anything that you really like and find has helped your business. But otherwise, thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.